I do not have my mic today, but hold on, let's see. Oh, okay, I'm back. All right, so hey y'all, today I am reporting live from the Carmelo Anthony trial. This is day one where they are starting jury selection. Today, there has not been a lot going on for us to report on. Actually, they have everybody in a secluded room away from the jurors, away from everyone. We can't see anything. It's just us in a secluded room, sitting there, looking at each other, look at each other, basically. But there is a strict gag order in place, so there is not much, like I said, happening. But before we get into the case, I wanted to let you guys know a little bit about the judge, the climate, and everything that has been taken on today so far. So we got here early in the morning to kind of get a feel of what's going on, make sure we get a seat inside the courtroom, and make sure that we are here for these proceedings. When we came, we were met with a lot of other independent media who came out here to cover the case as well. Also, Carmelo Anthony has a big support group of people that are congregating back there. They are peacefully wearing all purple in solidarity or for him, support for him. And there are dedicated legacy media that is in there as well. So the way that we thought that things were going to be happening was that we weren't going to see the jury selection, but we were going to hear the jury selection. But so far, we haven't heard anything. There's no audio. There's no nothing. But I wanted to come to kind of give you guys a brief thing that I've read about the judge. And if you guys don't know, I'm covering the Carmelo Anthony trial, and we're here. So the judge that's presiding over the trial, his name is Judge John Roach Jr. He presides in Collin County, Texas, and he has a long stint as a judge. He has a very, very, very like he's like an advocate of like veterans, but he's very, very strict. So here what it has written, it says he is a textbook legalist. In public statements and candidate surveys, Judge Roach has consistently defined his judicial law and not creating it from the bench. Expect a highly literal, by the book application of Texas evidentiary and procedural rules. It says that he is a veteran advocate. And it says beyond the standard of the criminal docket, he serves as a presiding judge for the statewide Valor program, which is the Veterans Accessing Lifelong Opportunities and Rehabilitation. And it says that because this case is high profile, they have pulled out all the stops. So this entire court is shut down for only this trial. So there is no other like business happening. They have shut down the entire court to only operate in business for Carmelo Anthony's trial. There is a heavy sheriff's presence. They definitely let it be known that they are no nonsense. They have a bunch of sheriffs right in the beginning, and then they have a bunch of sheriffs inside, and they have like it's heavy sheriff's presence here, and they are making sure that everybody is by the book, that you can't bring any electronic devices in, you can't bring a cell phone in, you can't bring an Apple Watch in, you can't bring your glasses if they look like they might be meta glasses. You can't bring in anything that may look like it might be able to record. You can't bring nothing. So everybody had to take their phones to the car. The people who traveled here that didn't come with the car and that came in like a Uber or something like that, they had nowhere for their phones to go. They had to figure it out. They're very, very strict, and it it's interesting. All of the legacy media that they selected, they look exactly like I predicted them to look. Okay, like older, generational people. That's who they selected for legacy media. Now, around, I want to say, after we had been in there for like an hour, in came this woman in a suit, like, like she just commanded the room, and she was looking for like the front row of seats. I don't know who she was, but she wanted the front row to whoever the people were that was with her, and they wanted to move everybody that was on that side away. They ended up, I guess, not having enough seats to accommodate, so she didn't come in. I don't know if she's in a special room. I have not seen anybody from the Metcalf's family here, but I have seen individuals who identified themselves as Carmelo Anthony's family. It's like 3 or 4 individuals. It's not like his mom or anything. It may be like extended family. But there is a lot of people that are in support. I thought, just from the tone of social media and the way that, the online chats were going to be, I thought it was going to be more non-melanated people. But actually, there is a lot of people who look like me here covering it. There's a lot of independent media here covering it. And it's not that, I mean, aside from legacy media, it's not that many people here that don't look like us, if you get what I'm saying, so far today. But that's just today. The actual trial does not start until Thursday. So they're going to be doing a jury selection all the way up until Wednesday. There's nothing happening tomorrow. There's going to be a jury selection today, a jury selection Wednesday, and then they're going to start with their opening statements on Thursday. And that's when the actual trial will start. I was overhearing the bailiff. They said that there was roughly about 600 people that were selected to be pulled for the jury. And right now, while we were waiting inside, they basically said that the people that were coming to do jury duty, they were coming to just like pick up a packet. And basically, the packet is like a questionnaire on whether they can serve or not serve, or whatever the prerequisites are. I don't know what's in the packet, but they were coming, filling out a packet, and then people were coming and going like that. I don't know if they were like excusing people or if they were letting people, leave to go fill out the packet or what have you. But that's basically what is going on. I don't know if you guys can see I'm trying to make it so where y'all can see that it says Collin County behind. My uncle is behind the camera, y'all. Right. Holding it down. Because yesterday my tripod was moving every which away. So today I was trying to make sure it wasn't so flimsy. But anyway, so that's pretty much what's going on so far. Yeah, I really don't have much. I wanted to have more for you guys once I start hearing, what questions they're going to be asking, when I start hearing like what what they're fishing for as far as the jury, then I'll keep you guys updated. But make sure you put your notifications on, because I'm going to be here covering this case, giving you guys all the ins and the outs of it. You said, is there a crowd? So behind the camera, there is people like at the end of the parking lot, a few people. And then there were like, people here, but they went inside. The gallery for the courtroom that we are in is pretty big. It's one of the biggest like courtrooms that I've been in. So it's very spacious and comfortable, I might add. The seats are very comfortable inside. So that's that. Let's see what else I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm gonna definitely do a very extensive breakdown of the case. Those of you guys who don't know who Carmelo is, or you don't know anything about the case, I'm gonna do an extensive breakdown. Yesterday, that was my plan, that was my goal, but it didn't work out like that. I was exhausted from flying in, from all of that rigmarole. So yeah. So all right. So the judge okay. So this case is barely going to trial today, but all the way back in July of last year, the judge issued a gag order. So nobody from his family can make a statement. None of the attorneys can make a statement. And normally, in cases, they normally don't have the gag order put in place until trial starts. But this judge put in a gag order to where all of the pretrial motions, all of the any evidentiary things that are coming in, all of that type of stuff is under seal. Normally, whenever there's a case, you can see what the pretrial motions is. If you guys are following the David case in Los Angeles, you see how the prosecution, they put out, what they intend to show at trial. They put out, their preliminary findings. They put, like, we were able to find out stuff about the David case before and what evidence they intend to use. As far as this case, there is nothing out. Like, they have not put nothing out. There's no evidentiary stuff, no preliminary stuff, no nothing. So anything that we hear is because we're gonna hear it right here and right now. And I guess the judge did that so that, I guess, he can have a fair trial. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Let's see. So it says So right here it says that we should expect a highly controlled, tightly managed. Judge Roach is a no drama, no nonsense judge. And it says his courtroom is designed to completely block out the viral noise. All right. So his whole thing is blocking out the viral noise. So that's kind of, why this case has such strict rules to it and everything. Later on, like I said, I'm going to go through the case. I'm going to go through more things. I'm going to go through more details. I'm going to show you guys who the defendant is. I'm going to show you guys who the victim in the case is. I'm going to share with you guys the online chatter that everybody has surrounding the case and everything like that. There is a divide on what people believe, as far as some people believe that it was self-defense. Some people believe that there was no business of him to have a knife at the school. So there's people like on extreme ends of it. I seen that there were people who were doing commentary who was rage baiting. People like, I seen a particular person who is non-melanated that was trying to make this as racist as possible and trying to rally a particular narrative on the more racist side. So you have that as well. Them trying to rally up like a lynch mob is what it felt like from reading the post. So you have all of that. So I was expecting that it was going to be more non-melanated people inside, which it wasn't, but it's not the official trial yet. The official trial starts, like I said, the official trial starts with jury selection, but we won't hear any testimony until later on in the week. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. I will definitely be coming to you guys each and every day that I'm here and filling you guys in on what I find. So far, the staff has been friendly to us. There hasn't been like any mean staff, even though, they may have a particular look. They're not mean. None of them have been mean. Like, if they don't, like, if you just look at them, you would think like, is that part of the, you know what I mean? But none of them have been mean. They have all been nice, friendly. The sheriffs have been nice, friendly. They haven't been like, because sometimes when you go certain places, they will try to like push their weight around to make you know what I mean? There hasn't been any of that. So it kind of has been like chill, nobody has really been doing anything anyway. So I just thought I might add that there is different news stations all around here covering it. And that's all I got for now. I'm going to be more detailed later. If you guys want to support the trial journey, I do have a Cash App, Neek at Night Media, but I'm also not in the algorithm. So y'all gotta help me get in the algorithm. You gotta like the video. You gotta share the video. Especially share the video once I really start giving you guys more of the details. Right now, it's not really much going on, but like the video, share the video, and if you guys want to donate to the travel fund, my Cash App is Neek at Night Media. Okay, you know we gotta give Unc a couple dollars for holding it down for us too. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to help out with that, oh shit. But anyways, yeah. So, being pushed into rain is valid reason. Wait, what? I don't know what y'all talking about. But anyways, that's all for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.